Okay, guys, we have Dumpstered and we have KeelDawg. Today we are having a tier list for round 10 relics. Dumpstered is top 6 before 2 seasons, and he's won like in the last 2 seasons. He was top 1 in the EU actually. So we have him today as a guest. Uh, Let me share my screen for you guys.
I think you missed my introduction.
Uh, no, I don't miss
I
it.
once won a lobby against Dumpstered. Back in
Yeah,
the
and
day.
we have KeelDawg for sure, and we have a link for KeelDawg guide, sorry, and Steam. We will share it for everyone. Uh, so here's the mic for you guys. Let me share the screen and feel free to talk.
Well, basically, I think me and Zombie talked about this for a while about having a discussion around what's the best relic or best relics on round 10. Of course, you can get like the worst relic and still win the lobby, but it's pretty unlikely. Um, Zombie and I kind of looked at this and we got fairly similar ideas. I'm actually interested to see Dumpstered because Dumpstered's got a very different playstyle to Zombie.
Maybe. I don't know.
You are better than me. This is the first thing for sure. And everyone have a different play style. So my style, I like to get damage early for pressing, and sometimes that's bad, and sometimes that's good. So it really depends. But your style, it's pushing the lobby. Like one from 20 games, I'm pushing the lobby on the first rounds. But your style, it's kind of the same style with KeelDawg. It's good style actually. But I still prefer the greedy style, which is like Serbian Butcher. He's greedy also.
I mean, sometimes I don't always play. I don't push always. It's just I think the pushing stands out, but I don't always do it. But I used to play a lot more passive too. But there's sometimes you really push the lobby because you don't have the units to push. So
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm not pushing the lobby, even when I can push the lobby, because I like to play passive. You know, sometimes this is bad, sometimes this is good, but I still prefer the passive for the first, let's say, for the first 10 rounds at least, because if there is a great vault and you are greeding for the great vault and you are getting the good start for the great vault, actually it's the best relic for round 10. If you are starting with good amount of gold, you can play late, you can play a reroll comp, you can do whatever you want. So in my opinion, it's the best relic on the game for round 10.
Well, yeah, you do have more flexibility for sure. So you're not set in a certain build, and you
I
can
definitely
actually
wouldn't
wait the
put.
lobby.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
wouldn't put a Vault as the best. That's first disagreement right there.
Do we start with the best relics, or do we start with like where do we start?
No,
Like,
no, no. I'm just now we are not starting with relics. Now we are like I'm talking about my play style. I'm talking about your play style. I'm talking about KeelDawg style.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think, by
Okay.
the way, the round 10 relic is the most important thing in the whole game. Like, this is the thing that decides what you're going to go, how good a game you're going to have. Like, you can work around it, you can play around it, but this is like the biggest deciding factor in the game.
Yeah, I agree. Like every subsequent like rounds, like round 20 and 30, it gets less and less important. Usually.
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah. Go ahead.
right?
Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
usually the relics that are the strongest, and obviously in 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 the early game is usually like relics that set you up for the late game. It's not relics that like make you strong right now. So yeah.
So okay, I think we have an S tier, we have an A tier, we have B tier, and C, D.
In what's that?
It's S tier, A tier, B, C, and D. Can you
Okay.
explain, KeelDawg, about the tier from S to D?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. So I'd say S tier is you take this relic over any other relic, but you could put multiple in the S tier. Like I think everyone would kind of put seeds in S tier, for example. If you see seeds, you're probably going to take seeds. Whereas A tier is like you're happy to see it, but it might not be your first choice. B,
Hmm.
I'd say, is playable, but it might be a hard game. Like it's not going to be definite. You're going to struggle to get into the top 1 or 2 here. C, if you get this relic, then you're hoping for a top 4. And D, just type minus WTF. Just like go next lobby.
Just surrender, yeah. Or just go
Okay.
like Tibia Keers and
Tibia
Faceless
Keers.
and just hope you don't get fucked.
By the way, when I was like thinking about the relics, when I see the Monopoly, like I would like to say Monopoly, it's like it's the relic, you know. But since TP appears, it's meta. To be honest, it's not that good. It's not that bad actually. It's like I'm not gonna put for me. I'm not gonna put Monopoly on 10 on D, because if TP appears, it's free since it's a meta, and TP appears, it's really strong. And yeah, that's my
I still
opinion. What
think
do you think?
I still think it's I think well should we start like in order, or do we just like the certainty, the egg, and the elite recruiter, or do you want to just just whatever comes
No,
first?
we will start from left to right, like from the kill screw, egg, elite recruiter, one by one. This is gonna be easier.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah. So let's start with the kill screw, I think.
Okay. So the first relic, yeah.
Yeah, it's the kill screw. So what do you think about the kill screw dumpster?
I don't like it. It doesn't fit my playstyle that much. Because usually when you have it, you usually go for either you already have a win streak, or you're forcing a lose streak. But it's really hard to force lose streaks sometimes when there's like mango lobbies also, where like everyone's doing priests or malefic rapture. So it's really hard to maintain a lose streak. And sometimes like you don't have a lose streak going into the round 10, right? Round 11, right? You sometimes you have to build the lose streak from it. But if you already have a lose streak, like from the rounds like 1 to 10, or from 3 to 9, then it's like let's say it's like at best like a B tier, but usually I would give it like C or D. Because it doesn't give you that much eco for the lose streak, and when you break your lose streak, it's you have to sometimes you don't get to break your lose streak before round 20, because it's sometimes everyone's like too strong and you can't really come back. Also, so it doesn't give you that much. I don't think so basically, if you have a lose streak, that's like minus 2 gold, right? Sorry, like plus 2 gold every round. Instead, it becomes plus 4 gold and maybe plus 6. So you get like on average like 2 plus 2 gold per round. Like that's like nothing. And then when you break it, you get like I don't know, like 8 gold, like 10 gold. So it's like 15 gold, like 15, 16, maybe like 20. I don't know. It's
Yeah, since I sometimes I'm playing it, but I think the kill screw, it's really hard for the lose streak, harder than like if you are playing it and lose streak, it's gonna be harder than if you are playing it of win streak, because with win streak you can recover if you are losing like let's say after the first 4 rounds you are having win streak, you're already starting with win streak, let's say from round 3 to round 9 you have a win streak. You wanna keep the streak with kill screw. Let's say you get this relic on 10. The best way to play it for me, it's putting 3 humans at least. So at least if you are losing your streak, you still can recover your economy, your XP with the humans.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not like a defining like relic, right? It's
No,
like a
no, no.
support relic.
It's
It's
support,
not like
support relic.
exactly. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna like define how you build. Like it's not like family discount or laser. It's yeah. It's so if you're like on a win streak already, it helps you. It gives you that little like push, but it's not. It doesn't make you win more that much. It just like I don't know.
I don't think it's easy to play like in the higher rank lobbies. It's not that easy to play the Chaos Crew for lose streak since
Mm-hmm.
there is mango enjoyers, so much mango enjoyers, and they know about like in the low rank lobbies. Like as I see, there is the people is not focusing for the lose streak or for the win streak. But for the higher rank sloppy, as we play there, I think it's really hard to play. Let's say Rock plus sloppies, King plus sloppies. It's really rare to see it on round 10, unless someone randoming it.
I think
Mhm.
in general C tier, but if there's no mango, no march, and everyone's vaulting or seeding, and you can maintain your win streak, it can be a B tier. Like that's the only time I think it's good. But in general, like you'd pick 90% of the other relics over this one.
Yeah, I would put it between like C and D, personally.
What do you think, Keel?
Yeah, I think C is fair. I think in general you don't want to play it, but there are situations where you could make money from it in a win streak.
Mhm.
In a lose streak, like the amount of gold you get isn't worth it. Like almost any other relic, I think is worth it over
Yeah.
that.
I think yeah, it's like D. I don't think Kirascrew it's on D, and I don't think it's on B. It's like I think the best. It's gonna be for C relic. Like if you manage to get top 4 for with Kirascrew, it's good result.
Yeah.
So
And
Sure.
you
I
want to be
think
on a win streak. So
what you wanna say, Dumpster?
Yeah, I said sure. I feel like C is like a good like in between. I would put a D like personally, but C is fair.
Like
I
let's
can
say,
I think
man, yeah, you can go for lose streak if you are random the Kirascrew and go for reroll comp. Like Meepo SF or TP Akirs or even Marcy Elf since they buffed the Marcy and you just rolling for also druids. It's not that hard to max them. So I don't think it's D. It's C is like I think it's C.
yes, it works on losing streak pickle.
Yeah, it's working on lose streak as Dumpster said.
But you need to have like priests a lot of the time. So sometimes you have to roll for priests if you don't have them, which kind of sucks sometimes because you're just like taking hits after hits after hits.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions on the chat for Dumpster, for Keel, or even for me, feel free to ask. We are here to help and to answer everything. So I think we will put the Kirascrew on the C.
Sure.
Okay,
C sounds fair to me.
let's go for the second relic, which is the egg relic, which which I hit on round 10 to be honest. Egg relic on.
What did you ask, Kurturk? If you're
I
doing.
didn't. Yeah, let's see Corsair question.
So why don't you like the egg relic?
I'm gonna tell you. Let's say like my egg relic on round 10 it's really bad. Like when I'm playing egg on 10, always like 90% of my games I'm trying to put tier 2 unit. Yeah, tier 2 unit,
Four?
which is no tier 2 unit, which is like 3 cost or 4 cost units. Let's say I'm putting Meepo 2 stars there to make sure at least it's starting 3 out of 9 because it's not like imagine getting Doom 2 stars on the egg on round 12, you know, or Cuttle or Snapfire. If someone is having, let's say, Elite on 10 and he's getting a Lucky IO he can have the same thing and he will have more stronger units than you. So the egg is not that big.
Mm.
I think
I
it's really a miss, right?
go
Like
ahead. Go ahead.
sometimes
Go ahead.
you put in a unit, and then 2 rounds later, you pull out this Snapfire, put a Necronomicon on it, and you go like beyond godlike. Other times you put in something, and then round 17 it comes out, and you've lost half your HP, and you're like, okay, this is top 6 game.
Mm. Yeah, it's very lots of RNG. I feel like it's really, really good if you're already like you already have a strong comp and you're just like solidifying the strong comp. But like if you have like zero comp, you have like nothing, right? And you put like a Chen in, you get a Chen tier 2. The Chen tier 2 is not gonna win you the fights, so you just have like like a 2-star 4 cost, but it's not like winning you the fights or like even a coddle 2. Like it, you could just have you could have just had the coddle 1 on the board and get the humans instead. So sometimes there's a cost to that too, putting units in the egg. Yeah, and
Yeah.
but if you put like a tier 2 unit, sometimes you just don't get the tier 3. Sometimes you just like lose, right? So you
Yeah.
have
By
to
the way,
wait for it.
Dumpster, I want to ask you. Well, I played a game with you, I think yesterday. I see like 2-star TB on the board, and then
Mm-hmm.
1 round later, you put another TB in the egg. That's like 4 TBs round 11.
Mm-hmm.
Destroyed the lobby beyond godlike. So like egg can win you the game, I think, but you, like you say, you have to have already a good composition or be able to
Yeah.
snowball off it.
Mm-hmm. I had the 2 TBs and an IO, then I combined it. I was thinking of putting the TB2 into the egg, but I was like, I didn't have time. It was kind of sketch. But also from the rolling for the egg unit, I also got the CK2 and like probably like I eventually got a Triant 2. So I was like really really strong. And like I was lucky enough to find another TB.
Yeah.
And that's like
Yeah.
the TB is a special case for an egg, right? Because it's like if you already have a because with TB you go Akirs all the time, almost all the time. So there's an incentive to have another one of tier 2, but it's not always the case. Like if you have a coddle, you don't necessarily want another like a coddle tier 2 after, like unless you play like coddle Akirs. So it really depends. It really depends
Yeah.
if you're
It's
in a
a
good
good.
spot.
Maybe
I.
this is the point when you're rolling for your forecast unit to put in there. It's like playing seeds. You're rolling not just for one unit. You're rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to put in the first like alchemist or snapfire that comes up, but let's just buy everything and make a good composition and snowball off it. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
normally I'm like roll down a bit, find the first one, put it in, sell everything, try to recover my economy, and end up losing the game because I've got nothing.
Yeah, you have to roll, and so for people watching, when you get egg on round 10, you roll for usually a 4 cost. Like, let's just say generally you roll for a 4 cost. Sometimes a 3 cost, but most of the time a 4 cost units. And you usually go on level 6. So once after round 10, you level up to level 6. That's like the chances of getting a 4 cost like spikes, right? It goes from like I don't know, like from how much to how much? Like from uh like 4 to 10. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to go into a game just to. Just gonna go into a game, but like the at 6 is like the most is the highest level. With it's most accessible where you can get 4 costs.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
roll
But
on 6 for 4 costs,
so I
but you
think
also buy units that are get you strong at the same time. Go ahead,
I.
zombie.
Yeah. Yeah. You are right. I think the problem for the egg. Like, I'm talking about the problems, like the disadvantage for the egg. Let's
Yeah,
say you are mentioning the advantage for the egg. I'm mentioning the disadvantage for the egg. Let's
yeah.
say you get Lena and CM while rolling. You get 2 humans. You didn't find LC. You find a Kotel, and let's say it's good 5 dragons game or good mages game, and there is second chance. Imagine you are putting Kotel on the egg, and you are waiting 3 to 4 rounds or 5 rounds to get Kotel 2 stars. Like that, you are losing for 3 or 4 or 5 books.
Yeah.
You know, so I think if you are putting a 4 cost unit on the egg, it's gonna be hard to make it 3 stars. It's really hard unless I'm putting about the human situation. Unless you get like a lucky LC or 3 humans and you wanna go for 9 out of 9 egg. It's for me 9 out of 9. It's really hard. I'm talking about on the high rank lobbies. I'm not talking about on the low rank lobbies. But for the 3 cost units, I prefer to try to make it 9 out
a
of
tier
9.
2.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for the 3 cost units, like let's say as like the Terror Blade or Meepo or even SF, if you wanna put it on the egg, I prefer to go for 9 out of 9.
Okay, so you roll for like you make it a tier, you make it tier 2 and then you put it in the egg.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's my idea.
Mm.
So
There's sometimes that you just get fucked, like because you don't get it tier 2, so you just wasted a relic, and the relic was worse off than if you had no egg.
okay,
It would
I'm
have been
gonna
better if you had no egg.
yeah, true. Yesterday I was playing a game. I think you know the player. It's Kostek. Ropik is Kerry, his nickname on the game. He played egg on 10. He put an LC on the egg. From round
LC1?
LC1, you know,
Yeah.
from round 10 to round 20, it's 2 out of 9, you know, and he wanna show he's having a bad luck with egg. He get back to back egg. Round 26, I think, he get the LC too. So imagine waiting all of these rounds for just this unit. Even if it's 4 cost units, your game is done.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I mean,
I'd put C tier. Like it can work. Like Chiaroscuro can work, but you're not playing around it. You're not looking forward to it. You're just like, okay, what's the best I can make out of this situation with this egg now? It's not unless you get like Snapfire or even MK. If you get Monkey King, the problem is you're not going to be level 8 very easily. It's definitely not level 9 on rounds 20. So you can't even make the most of it. You can't play a gear. So unless it's like a Dragons game and you get good humans and maybe DK 2 stars, I
yeah.
maybe C. I think C tier is the best I can give it.
to be
I
honest, for
would actually put it like A in A, but it's very it's A, but it's a A that's like it could be like really bad sometimes. Like
okay, for me it's not gonna be C, to be honest. For me, like if and like if I'm not gonna find 2 stars units from the 3 cost, I will not put a human on the egg. I prefer to put Monkey King or Doom or even a Snapfire on the egg and try to find easy 3 humans. While I'm 6 slots, I'm having good advantage with 3 humans.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If Dumpster's in the lobby and you've got 3 humans, there's no way rounds. Like I think in the low level lobbies, it's great, right? You put in like a 2-star Doom, 2-star Snap, 2-star MK, and you just like take your hands off the keyboard until round 20. When you play in like the high level lobbies, you can't do it. Like people are rolling, they're pressuring, they're coming with like 3-star druids. It's like putting 3 humans is not a solution.
So what do you where are you putting the egg on? Which tier? S, A, B, C, or D? For you, Keel.
For me, it's a C. I think it's
C. Okay.
it can be B in certain situations, but after watching, actually, to be honest, after watching Dumpstered use it well, I feel like I'm just underutilizing it. But I still wouldn't prefer to have it. I'd choose something else over it most of the time.
Like if you compare it to all of the other relics, like egg is like it feels it's relatively safe compared to like if I think there's a lot of shitty relics in the pool.
Yeah,
So like egg is like really not that. I don't think it would be C, to be honest.
that's you know that's for me also. It's not gonna be C, and it's between like A tier or B tier.
Yeah. I would say I would say B is fine. A, but it's also like if it depends because what you were talking about like how it is for like high level lobbies, but I don't think most people are high level. So I'd say egg is like pretty. It's also pretty like brainless. So you don't need a high skill level to play egg.
Yeah.
I think in the low level lobbies, like it's an S tier. People love playing it. Like for bishop and below, I think people would choose egg first. Like you say, it's brainless. You just put like your unit. Okay, I want to play assassins. I'll put PA in or Slark in or whatever, and it can work. Like people just turn up with 3-star PA on round 20, and that's it. Like their game is won. But in general, I don't know. After this discussion, I will play egg every time just to work out if it's me that's playing it badly or it's a genuinely bad Relic. But maybe we can just put it B, and then Dumpster thinks a little bit A. I think a little bit C. Maybe B is a good
I
middle ground.
would put it A, but on the lower end. So if you would put other relics, it would be like on the last of A.
Yeah, IB makes a good point actually. Like it depends on the other relics as well. If people are playing like seeds and mango, it's like you're it's screwed because your 4-star 4-cost unit's probably not going to win rounds. Whereas if people have got like no other good relics, then you can snowball off it.
Yeah, IP is right about that. IP is right about that, and like it's like three of us we are sure about that it's not S, it's not S tier. I would like to hear from you, Dumpster. What do you prefer, A or B?
Just put it D. Let's move on to the next relic.
Okay. Okay, let's put it on B.
Yeah, because it's not a very high A if I would put it in A. So it could be like high B for me.
Okay, let's go for the next relic. It's Elite Recruiter. I'm gonna start with you, Dumpster. What do you think
Elite
about
Recruiter,
on 10?
it's not the greatest. It doesn't feel great to have Elite Recruiter, but it is playable. It is playable. I usually like to. I'm not sure if the way I'm playing is good, but like I usually like to stay on 5, so I get like the level 6, and then I save for 7 after the creep round 15. Then when I'm on 7, then I roll after round 15, so I can get like easy forecasts and legendaries. Because the thing with Elite Recruiter is if you're the only one who's rolling on 8, which is like 7, you're on 7, but you're rolling on 8.
Yeah.
If you're the only one that's rolling, you have I don't know how the probability works, but you have a lot higher chance to get legendaries because no one else is on like 8 or 9, right?
True.
So the game gives you more legendaries and forecasts than usual. So, but it's very hit or miss. Sometimes you just don't hit anything. But it gives you that. It could give you that super high like spike, like before anyone else, before like round 20. And what you do with it after, it depends. But it can help a lot. And also if you have humans, it helps too. If you like, you can sometimes go up to 8, so you roll on 9 with Elite Recruiter, but that's rare.
Yeah. What about you, Keel?
Yeah, my problem is like in theory, exactly. I think there's 2 ways to play it, right? Roll for humans using it, and then put some humans in, and then use it the way Dumpstered used it. But then you've got like a TA on your board, and you're like, great, I've got a TA, but you're still like level 7, maybe level 8 on round 20, and your TA is going to stay 1-star, and you're suddenly going to fall behind. Like it's, or if you get, I don't know, it's really hard. Maybe if you find an Elder Titan, you can make a comp out of it on 8 slots. But it kind of feels bad. Like the other day, actually, I got it, I randomed, and I just played Meepo SF. I rolled on 5 slots. Like, I won't say it's good, but I was like, okay, what can I do with this relic? I've got an SF already. I'll just stay on 5 slots, keep my economy going, and rolled as if I'm on 7 slots, and then leveled up later. So I think it's playable, but it's like Chiaroscuro. Like you don't really want it, and it's not good.
You have to look at the legendary pool.
Yeah, I think
Also,
I have something to say about the elite recruiter. For me, elite recruiter, it depends on round 20 relics or on the game relics. Like if there is elite recruiter on the game, we get it on 10. If there is second chance on the game, I think the best way, like leveling up to 6, getting humans, save, because you are rolling like 6 slots, sorry, or 7 slots, as Dumpstered said. Um, you are rolling for 6 humans. You have advantage for the 6 humans while you are on 6 slots or 7 slots. With a small ban like Ogres or Turan's ban, it's 4 gold ban. Uh, so if you are on 6 slots or 7 slots, you have advantage to get the 6 humans, but it's really depends if there is second chance in the pool and the relics. Like you are waiting for second chance on round 20. Even if you are not getting the second chance on 20, it's still good if you are get the 6 humans. Also, if there is no second chance, uh, like let's say you are not playing, you cannot find the 6 humans, you find the 3 humans. As you said also, Dumpster, on 7 slots you have a chance to get a legendary. And now we are back to talk about the egg again. So if you get elite and you get a legendary on 7 slots, on round 20, if you get egg and you have a legendary, it's gonna be good. You are putting a legendary, you don't need to wait. Also, you can complete that with the 6 humans, even if there is no second chance. 6 humans with legendary 2 stars, let's say it's spec 2 stars, a primal beast, or any good legendary for the fight. It's kinda good. Yeah,
mm.
Cortex saying it's B tier relic. So
Yeah, I
what do you
think
think?
Oh,
B tier is fair. Maybe C tier. Depends on
it
the
No.
other
depends.
relics. Yeah.
Depends on the legendary pool too. Like if you have like Arc Warden, like if you have like impactful like the build defining legendaries like Elder Titan, Jakiro, even like what else is defining?
So
Like
what do you
Arc
think?
Warden, Elder Titan, Jakiro.
Yeah. For example, if you get TA needs to be 2 stars. It's not going to help you. But if you get a Jakiro or an Elder Titan that kind of it's just like helps your build, right? You doesn't matter if Jakiro stays 1 star for the rest of the game. You can win with 5 dragons, or if Elder Titan is 1 star for the rest of the game. So it definitely can work, but you're gambling a lot of your economy just for that
Mm-hmm.
chance, and then you've not got the economy to build your other units sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a hard relic to play.
I would put it low B or like high C.
Okay, what do you think, Keel?
I agree, and I think I'd rather play Egg than Elite
Yeah,
most of the
same.
time. So I think I definitely play that. And Chiaroscuro, I think it really depends on the game. Depends on the relics, depends on your situation. It's very situational. So maybe low B is fair.
So the egg is, if for you, Keel, it's egg is better than the elite.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What also, the same situation for you, Dumpster. Like you are
Yeah,
putting it on B.
low B or high C, whatever. Like we can figure it out once we just put it somewhere and we figure it out as we put other relics
Yeah,
too.
for sure. Okay. I think we will put it now for B. And after we finish, we will see about the other relics and depends. Let's go for the next relic. Let's put it
Mm-hmm.
on B right now.
Yeah, behind the egg.
Okay. The next relic is the family discount.
I think sorry, it's behind the. For me, it's high. Egg is higher
Egg is higher.
than
Okay.
elite.
Also for me, to be honest, like egg is not about higher, but both of them on the B, I will put them on the same in the same level. You know, but for now, let's like this: B first, elite second on the B. I think that's a good dumpster.
Mm.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. The next relic, it's family discount. By the way, guys, this relics we are talking about, it's just on round 10. You know, like this is what you are the tier list for the relics on round 10. This is the tier list for round 10, not for round 20 or round 30. So
I think family discount's got to be like top 3 relic for me.
what did you say, Keel?
Family's got to be top 3 like relic in this, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I don't like to play family on 10. I prefer to go late game. Like, I prefer eco relic like seeds or mango or something. But in general, if you get family discount on 10, as long as you've played around it a little bit, you've got like a Timbersaw or you've got a unit that you can roll around. I mean, you're guaranteed top 4 with
Yeah.
with family discount if you've not like messed up your
Yeah.
economy.
I would put it A, like high A, but it's just like it is a top. I think it's in the top 3 relics. It's just that it's not S tier. But I at the moment I don't think. But it is like you're very like you're pretty relieved to see family discount because it's like yeah, you can be. It's very flexible and it's also like somewhat of an eco relic because you can also like reroll for druids, and sell the druids for money. So you can actually like if you're really good at it, you can actually make like probably like 10 to 15 gold. Maybe even more, I don't know, but you can make 10 to 15 gold just from selling the druids, not counting the saving. Yeah.
I think like this is a reroll relic, and people like to rerolling on round 10. They they play it. It's much easier and much safe to make sure you are getting top 4 with family discount. So I would like to put it on S tier or A tier or high level for A tier.
Yeah, I think for when I did this like myself, I only put like one relic in the S tier. Like I would choose that relic over everything else. So I think either low S or high A is fine for family for me. But I don't. Yeah, I think A. I
It
don't
doesn't
think it can go
matter. I
S
don't
tier.
think it matters. Yeah, it could go S or A. Like it's like high A or like S, but not that. Yeah. Um.
So what?
But
Where?
but
What?
I don't I think it's not an S tier because it's not an insta pick over anything. So it's like a very high A. Like there's some relics that you would pick
Yeah, unless you've
over
kind of decided,
family.
all right, I'm going to go face this 2 cost this game, and picked up units for it. You're probably not going to like insta pick it. Yeah, there's going to be some thought process. All right, so what can I do with this? Like, whereas something like I know we haven't talked about it, but seeds. If I see seeds, I don't care what the other 2 relics are 90% of the time. I'm just going to like insta hit seeds. Whereas family discount takes some thinking unless you've pre-thought about like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to go this assassin build.
So
Yeah.
it's 8. Let's say it's high
High A. It's
80.
high A. So I think it's the highest relic on A.
Okay.
Or,
I think it's like high tier A. It's the best situation for the family discount.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's put it there for now, and then we can revise it later.
Yeah. Okay. What about the next relic? It's Grace of Nature, the Eye
I
over
know.
relic.
We just put a D. Just put a D, and we don't need to think about it.
Yeah, go next. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a WTF one.
Yeah. D tier. Like, is anyone else who is thinking about putting it on C tier?
No, it's not. It's not good because it fucks up your eco like very much. Like even though you get like maybe it doesn't necessarily accelerate your like comps. It just yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
think
put it on.
DTA go next. Like, there's no
Go
discussion here.
next. Okay.
Yeah.
The next relic, it's the key relic on round 10.
I would put it C above C or actually no. Would I rather have Key or Elite Recruiter? I would actually like it over Elite Recruiter. So maybe like between Egg and Elite. Because
Interesting. I'd rather
it
have
can
key than egg, for example.
really okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair
Yeah,
enough.
like if you get key on 10, also you can go for humans if you are it's free ban, so you can ban something huge from the focus units and going for humans, or even you can go for a reroll comp. Let's say like an assassins comp, 6 assassins. You're rolling for PA Ricky, Sand King 3 stars. So you need really a good band for that, and you are also rolling for Slark and Morph if you manage to. So I would prefer to put it on B between Egg and Elite also. What do you think? The Dumpstered and Kill.
I think, by the way, I think people are complaining about elite, and I think they're right. I think it needs to come down, but that's the thing. For me, key, I would take key over egg. The only issue I have with key is that if you're playing like 3 cost comp, if you're like, all right, I'm gonna go Meepo SF with this key, you've already got a really cheap ban in the keys. So if you're playing like TBA keys, I think key can be really useful. If you're playing, if you say, okay, I'll just go for faceless 2 cost, for example, key can be useful. At the same time, it's not like the best relic, but I'd happily take it on 10. Like I'd be happy to take key than egg for me personally.
Okay, I would rather take Egg than Key, but that's just like it's just like it's
For me,
yeah,
to
I
be
would
honest, yeah, Key is better than the Egg and Elite on 10.
yeah, that's fair. I can concede that.
Okay, we have a question, by the way, Dumpstered on the chat. Uh, if you have option to have one relic that IO, or you don't have to get relic 10, what your choice?
Uh, that's interesting. I think it's still better. It's like marginally better than having no relic, but it's not great. What like it's
I
it
mean,
can be good
basically the
with
same thing, right?
yeah, it could be good with like Meepo SF. Hi, Lavena. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
could be okay
the thing
with
is with
Meepo
IO
SF.
Relic, I think you could use it, for example, for Lone Druid, which could like save you so much HP, even put you on a win streak. Or if you find like 2 snaps, 2 alchemists, like it's better than no relic,
Yeah,
right?
but
But it's
do
still
you know if
costing you
it's
a lot of
thanks
money.
exactly? And do you know if it's thanks to the relic or if you naturally would have gotten the IO without the relic too?
By
It's
the way,
really hard to measure.
yeah, I think the IO relic it's the worst relic on the game on round 10. Like yesterday, I was playing a game. I get 4 PAs, and with my IOs, I was playing with you, Dumpster. I
Yeah.
make I I was having family discount. I get 4 IOs, you know.
Yeah.
It's really weird with family discount, 4 or 5, I don't remember. From 10 to 20, when I was having family discount, I was collecting IOs with 2 gold.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Uh,
yeah, that's good, but that's like not round 10.
yeah, it's not round 10
That's the
for sure.
only yeah.
I think let's go for the next relic, which is the mango tree relic.
Yeah. I would give it A. Yeah, I agree with dishwasher. A. A below like generally A below family discount, but if you have second chance it's like it's like in the pool because it's not guaranteed that you get second chance. And even if you get second chance, sometimes you get shitty mangoes or you don't get any procs from multicast.
Yeah, I
But
think
I still put it like a below family discount, but still an A.
I think
yeah, it has the potential to be the best relic, like in terms of if you manage it well, and if you win all your mangoes, and you get second chance, and you've got humans, like you're level 10. like on round 20. It can be the best relic. At the same time, if other people are mangoing, if there's March in the pool, if like the lobby's super pushed, there's not second chance, you get bad mangoes, like you're down at 25 HP and feels bad, man. Like
Yeah.
it's hit and miss.
I think
Yeah.
the mango tree on 10, it's for sure it's good, even if there is no second chance. There is a lot of ways to play mango tree, at least for me. But
Yeah.
mango tree second chance, like if you get mango tree and round 20 you get second chance, this is gonna be an S tier relic. But we are talking about just on relic on 10. So without without talking, sorry, about the round 1 relic. But if there is mango tree on the game, second chance or even elite recruiter on 20, mango tree is good. And all like there, if there is no second chance, there is no elite. To be honest, I saw some people, Dumpstered and Keel, they are playing Mango Tree for reroll comps, which is the 3 cost comps like Meepo SF, Assassins, TP Akirs playing it with Mango. It's not that bad, it's playable, but you might lose some mangoes. So I would
I
say
don't play
it's,
reroll. I don't like
yeah,
reroll with mango.
yeah, you're having advantage to play late, but imagine like you are losing so much. Like let's say you are losing the first round, you're getting mango, you cannot win the next round, you cannot win the round after that, so you are losing 2 mangoes like that. So
It's
people,
it's actually like a decently high skill relic
yeah,
because you have to look at every board like constantly and reroll. And
Yeah, I think 8 here, but can be like has the potential to be S and has the potential to ruin your game. Like it's high risk, high reward, but definitely 8 here, I think.
yeah,
You said after family, I think that's fair.
yeah,
after family. Okay,
yeah.
so okay,
Personally,
let's
because it's yeah.
yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's just also because it fits more my playstyle, and it's safer because you can get fucked by mangoes. You get like +1, +2s.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, Pujum is saying only time you play elite at round 10 if you random it. That's it. Let's say Pujum, if you are getting on 10 elite, sorry, you are having elite, second chance and shroud. Let's say this is an example. What do you prefer to pick? For sure, I will go for elite. I'm not gonna go for second chance or shroud. I would prefer to go for elite. That's why we are putting it on B tier. So we have on A tier family discount and mango tree.
Yeah,
Let's go for the next relic after the nerf. Actually, it's big nerf on the march. You are not getting 2 relic boxes.
yeah. I think it's S tier though. For if you look at well for me,
It's March. It's S tier for you.
yeah, because I think in
Interesting.
this this patch and the last patch it was a the reason it got nerfed is it was is a very heavy carry meta, right? You have LC3, PA3, TB Akirs, lots of and like Marcy's on a come up. I like it more than Family Discount because
I
you
think
could still play Faceless with it. You could still play like assassins with it. But yeah, round 15 is hard. But that's me. That's like my emotional I have I like to see March of the Beast sometimes.
Yeah,
uh,
I'm a big fan of March, but it's again hit or miss. Like you and I both played at Dumpster the other day in the
Yeah,
lobby, and we
yeah.
both failed around 15, and that's it. Like I typed TF, like I don't want to play anymore. At the same time, you get Book of the Dead and something else from round 15. Life's easy. Like, or if you're playing TB Akirs, Knights, Marcy, like anything that needs loads of items, like it's super good, and you can snowball into a godlike streak easily.
for me, I think
Hmm.
March. It's it's top on the A tier. It's for me, it's better than the family discount. Because if you are playing TP Akirs, and if I get, for me, that's my play style. If I get family discount or March, I would like to go for March over family discount, because you need items for your TP. Like for the March, it's everyone, like not everyone, almost 90% of the people, they are rolling with the March, and like it's good items. If you are getting double items, which is good. Like even on round 20, you can play family, or I still prefer, like for the reroll comps on 10 March, it's better than the family discount. Like if I'm playing a reroll comp, I would, like if I'm a spammer for a reroll comps like TP Akir or something like that, I would prefer to put it on S tier even.
Yeah, I think ST is fair. Like the other thing it does is pushes the lobby. Like if you play March or 3-4 people play March, and there's one guy playing, I don't know, Seeds, or like even the other day I was playing Elemental Assassins, and I've got like 2-star morphs, 2-star Slark, and I'm losing so much HP because everyone plays his March. They're getting Book of the Dead, they're pushing the lobby. Like you're doing so much courier damage, and those greedy people like Zombie who are playing priests minus 5 each round. Like I think it's got to be, if not like the highest A, it's probably S tier as well. I agree.
Mm. Yeah,
I think even
it's
the chat is like it's saying it's S tier. Like it's not the best relic on 10, but it's one of the best, to be honest. Like items, it's really good on this game. Like you're playing around your relics or playing around your items, then you're getting your units. Just a second. Glon is saying, can you tell me you put elite so high, usually random this relic? I'm Keel, can you put what we are talking about? What is the S tier? What is the A tier, B tier, C, and D?
Yeah, 1 second. So B would be like playable but a hard game, right? So elite, like you can find a way to play it, but you probably would choose the other relics over the top of it. Like for example, we put key and egg higher than elite.
Yeah.
Chiaroscuro, if you're on a losing streak, like the extra gold is like so low, your HP is already super low, and you're going to be taking lots of courier damage for the chance of getting second chance on round 20. Like the extra gold for me, like what are you going to put into it? Like you're already so far behind. These lobbies now, I think a couple of months ago it wasn't so bad to do a losing streak with Chiaroscuro, but now like people push the lobbies so hard. Like if you're not ready to fight on round 22 in a rook lobby, you're out the game. So you can't rely on that extra 20 gold or something like that. While people are playing mangoes, might ruin your losing streak. I don't know. That's what we talked about before.
Yeah, you are right, Dumpstered. You are getting 10 extra gold, 20 if you are lucky. That's right. And
Okay,
the gold
so
is delayed. Yeah.
A or S for March. I think low S like is
For the March.
where I would put. Yeah.
What do you think, Dumpstered?
yeah, low S or A, because there's a risk that you lose. Like I've seen like top Chinese players like top 5, they lose with the March as well. But yeah, I'd say let's put it S, low S.
Low
But
S.
this
Okay.
is because it's but this is only relevant to this meta right now because it's a very like carry heavy meta, whereas like you get one unit that like does all the damage.
Yeah, we are talking about the relics right now. Round 10 depends on the meta
Yeah.
for sure. So I would
Yeah.
prefer to put it on S tier also.
Yeah, but
It's low
it
S
wouldn't
tier.
have been S in other
Yeah,
seasons.
and that's right. But for this For this seasons, it's S tier. It's low S tier, but it's still S tier.
Yeah, sure, fair enough.
Okay, the next relic it's Monopoly.
I put it in D, but that's me. That's like it's. I think it's higher than IO, but it's still D.
Yeah, if you've got like a few druids already on your board, like you could play it. You could be like, all right, I'm just going to monopolize druids. I remember Dumpstered, you got it on round 20 once. I was watching your stream, and you had like no druids and weren't playing TBAKs or anything, and you just took it and monopolized the druids as like a gold farm. So I think even on if you take it on round 10, you can do it. But if you LD doesn't come, if you're not playing druids, if you're playing some other comp, like it's really not great.
Yeah,
And even that extra gold, like you've rolled for it, so you're just breaking even. Even with TBAKs, I think it's got to be pretty low. Like,
yeah, and also like the thing is, people kind of know you're playing Monopoly sometimes, so like they kind of play around it too.
Yeah, I think it
And
like
also,
no one... Yeah,
and
go
it's
ahead.
a high risk. It's high risk because it's in the sense that with Monopoly you get more gold if other people have it, but that means other people are contesting for the units you want also. But I guess that druids are like pretty available, but you're also stuck. You're also like stuck going for druids in round 10, right? What I've seen some people do, which is really crazy, but they go like faceless with Monopoly, but they hold it for round 20, so they don't use it. And then
Yeah.
when round 20 comes, they activate the Monopoly, and then they start
yeah,
restarting
that's not bad. Like second chance, like you hold it until round 20.
But it's bad. It's kind of bad
It's
because
bad.
you don't get any economy from.
Yeah, it's bad. I think like no one will pick Monopoly on round 10. You will random the Monopoly for sure. So I think if you are getting Monopoly, I think it's the only way to play it. It's druids, and you should get LD to make sure you are removing them, and you will not get that much money.
You could also play Troll Demon Hunters with it, but it's not the best either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could play a lot of things, but I think it's a kind of top 4 relic. If you got this on 10 and you got top 4,
it's
you'd be
top 8
happy.
relic. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
a top 8.
if you got top 4, you'd be happy. It's got to be down there with IO. I think.
If I get top 6, I'm happy.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mondi plays saying Monopoly or IO, which is better?
I
Hard
think
question.
Monopoly is better
Yeah,
than
Monopoly.
IO.
Because if you
Yeah.
are after round 10, if anyone seeing IO, he will collect it, you know. Even if there is, if you are not having the IO relic and you are holding
Yeah.
it on the bench, so I think Monopoly it's better than the IO relic.
Yeah, IO is too costly for the early game. You can't afford it, and you don't have units that are impactful enough usually. Because IO, like, when it really shines is when you want to 2-star a legendary, or 3-star like your TB or your PA or your Legion Commander. But you're not gonna get that. You won't get that like.
Yeah, I like there is some people they don't know about the 9 IOs. You can combine 9 IOs and you're gonna get random legendary 3 stars. But
Seriously?
yeah. You can combine 9 IOs and you will get a random legendary 3 stars.
I feel like that's
DLZ
like
gets Titan, Ultra Titan for DLZ.
Elder Titan for me.
Seriously, I didn't know that. That's actually a very memey. It's like a meme. But...
By the way, I saw that on Crazy Panda Telegram. He's having Telegram. He's having a clip for that. He combined the 9 IOs and he get a TA 3 stars. It's random legendary, yeah. So
but that
I
was
think...
not in round 10, right? That was not on round 10.
No, it's not around 10 for sure. Can you take Sven or DP from the IOs? It's random. I don't think you will get the heroes from out of the pool. You will get them from... yeah.
I think you can. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. But I think we can go to Sin Reaper, right? Like, the Monopoly is slightly better than IO, but it's still game losing on usually
For sure.
99% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let's
over
put it.
IO in D.
Okay, the next relic, it's the Sun Reaper relic.
I would put it. I would put it B.
Yeah, I think B's good. Like the thing is, if you knew when you were going to a streak and you could like, okay, I'm going to go to this guy. I'll put my anti-mage on the left-hand side, etc. But you don't know if you're ever going to get any one streak. So if you don't get any streak, but you win all your rounds, it still feels bad, man. Like you need to get someone streak with this, otherwise you've kind of invested so much gold in being the strongest. It's too hit and miss, I think.
Yeah, and like if you were going eco like before round 10, and then you get Sin Reaper, you kind of have to like catch up to everyone to like be strong. So you have to be already strong. Just like egg. It's like similar to egg.
I think like I'm playing this relic. I'm playing it safe, to be honest. I'm like, if I'm picking it while I'm having good start, like let's say you're having goblin next start, I prefer to go with this relic with 3 humans, like 6 slots, 7 slots with 3 humans. At least if I'm not winning on against the enemy on their board, at least I'm gonna get 1 poke. So imagine if I'm winning against the enemy and getting 3 poke. This is my play style. It might be different, but this is my play style for this relic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
at
also
the same
depends
time,
on the lobby.
Yeah,
Right? If there's no streaks to take, then it's like eh. And it's very RNG dependent. Like sometimes you visit the guy and he lost the streak just before you visit him, or sometimes you never visit the guy. But sometimes, yeah, you do visit the guy and you're lucky. So it's like it's
yeah, it happened to Erdem Abi. We were in a pub together the other day. He gets Sin Reaper. Round 18, some guy comes and takes my streak. Round 19, Erdem comes. Sin Reaper's like useless, like he's wasted all his money. I think at the same time, the other day I was in a lobby with you, Dumpstered. You were the only one with the streak. You took Sin Reaper and you pushed everyone out of the lobby. Like
yeah, that was
you
with TB Akirs, right? That was like round 30.
no,
Right?
this was an undead. You played some weird undead transition comp.
Oh yeah, with the guy Vendetta, I think,
Yeah,
who had like
like so it can be super good if you've pushed the lobby already, even if you don't take a streak. Like you can use it as a motivation to keep your streak. I like it. I think I usually play it over key, but I definitely think it's hit and miss.
what do you think, Dumpster?
I like it. I prefer egg over it, but I still also prefer egg over key. But I would put it so I would put it like behind the egg, but like some people might disagree, so you could put it like between the egg or key, or yeah.
Okay, so it's B
It,
tier between egg and key.
something like that. It's
Okay, it's not A tier and it's not C. It's B, but it depends where we are putting it, where we are putting the relic between egg, key, or after the egg, or before the key.
Yeah, because you can't play a reroll comp with it, right? You have to go late game
Yeah.
because you're pushing your EXP. So let's say you want to play like a 3 cost unit, but you get a streak. Suddenly you're level 8. You can't play the 3 cost comp very well anymore. So you have to go late, but then you might not be able to get late because you used all your money and you didn't get any streaks. Yeah, I think it's too high risk, but it's a good relic. Like I'm happy to take it on 10. So I think between key and egg is fine.
Okay, for you, dumpster between egg and key.
yeah, it's fine. You can put it over the egg. I personally prefer the egg over the key over the Reaper, but it's very close. So you can put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still on B tier. Okay, the next relic, it's the second chance relic.
Second chance. Now that I think about it, I prefer second chance over elite recruiter on round 10.
Oh, you prefer second
But-
chance
but-
over Elite Recruiter.
Would you pick it or like hold the box open until round 20?
It depends, but you don't need to get it immediately, right? It's just that you don't need to get it immediately, so you can save it for round 20, or you can go immediately for it, and level up to 8 quick. But I just prefer it. Like I don't play it often. I almost never play it, but it seems better than it seems more controlled, more consistent than Elite Recruiter. Because you can go for a lose streak or whatever, right? A lose streak and just like collect tangos and like collect books. It's not great, but I think it's better than Elite.
Yeah, normally I just hold if I get like if I get like Monopoly, IO, and Second Chance, and I don't want a random, then I hold the box open, put 2 priests, 3 humans, level up to 6, and then just AFK until round 20. Pick Second Chance, use all my books, tangos, etc., and then use whatever relic whenever I need to. Maybe March on round 24 or something like this. Like I wouldn't pick it normally on round 10. I'd keep the box open until round 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ivy in the chat is saying Elite is C tier.
Yeah, I could see that because I think I was saying low B or high C.
Maybe we can prove it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should. What do you think? Should we keep the Elite on B tier or high C tier?
I think you could put Elite in C and then put Second Chance in C, but higher than Elite. I feel like that seems fair. That makes sense. Because it doesn't feel like it's on the same tier as Egg or the others. It's like we're still calibrating. We're still like adjusting.
Yeah.
So
now,
I would put C, Second Chance, Elite, and Chiaroscuro.
Yeah. So second chance it's better than the Elite. We agree. We agree about this.
Yes.
Also
But it's
for
still
you,
not,
Keel.
still not good. Like
It's still not good. Yeah. It's on. Like we are
you're
putting.
like, okay, there's a way to play it, but I'm not happy to have it.
Yeah. That's why we are putting it on C tier.
Mm-hmm. So you would put Elite above the Chiaroscuro, but yeah, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next relic. Let's go for the magic seeds.
That's like S
The
tier.
best relic in the game. Yeah, there's no, I think, no discussion here, right? Like top S tier.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Dumpster. For the magic seeds, you know,
Uh-huh.
I want to ask you, since you are top 6 before 2 seasons, as I mentioned that you are a really great player. Okay, guys, it's S for sure. It's better than the March for sure. What do you think first, Dumpster? It's higher than the March.
It depends. It depends. For example, if you have a start you have a very good start for TBA Kiers, you kind of need space, right?
True.
Sometimes, and you need items. You're going TBA Kiers, and so maybe the seeds is not as good, and you might consider the March over the seeds, but in most cases, like 90% of the case, you go seeds over March because with seeds you can go anything, right?
True.
You don't have to have a good eco. You don't have to be that strong because you roll to become strong. So if you're losing, it's still good. If you're winning, it's good. If you're okay, it's good. So you just go 6 and you re-roll for like humans or for a strong comp to get like some 2 stars, like it's just to save HP from 10 to 20 because you're not gonna roll that much. And yeah, you're pretty covered.
Yeah, okay, my question is, let's say you are having a streak on round 10 and you get seeds. You are having 5 slots. Let's say you're having 4 units, 2 stars, and the 5th unit, let's say it's Beastmaster. This is an example.
Uh-huh.
And you will push 6 for sure to make sure you are saving the streak. Then you will take the seeds.
Yes.
Do you prefer...
I usually Yeah, go ahead.
Do you prefer to roll for the humans and remove the 3 units, or just wait a lucky 3 humans, or collect them while you are leveling up?
It depends. It depends. Like I actually, if I have a streak, I usually I go to 6, and I actually roll down to almost 0 gold. So
Ooh.
but you have to have high APMs, right? You have to like buy, put on the board, buy, put on the board, buy, put on the board, and then you have like 20 units on the board. But then you have to recognize, okay, with this, I can maybe go humans, or I can maybe get that. It may be like, oh, maybe it's not worth it to, even if you have 3 humans, like maybe you get like much stronger units. So you don't go for the humans, because the seeds are kind of like a human book, right? In a sense.
Yeah.
So sometimes you waste seed space for humans. That's not ideal, because you have a streak too. And if you go for humans with seeds, like it's cool, but sometimes you take too much damage. So it
That's
really
right.
depends. So sometimes you can like maybe get to humans sometimes. If you don't
Yeah,
have a streak, then you can go for humans for sure. But you also want
I
to be
think humans is
strong.
greedy with seeds in general. Like, for me, I get seeds. I just want to push 6 slots, roll, and like first of all pressure the lobby, right? Because there's people who are going to start priesting at round 10. You don't want to lose your HP because your hands off your keyboard mostly until rounds 20. You might re-roll if you're playing a re-roll comp with seeds, but usually you're kind of hands off the keyboard. So you just want to pressure the lobby and save your HP. If you put humans as well, you have to have like some really strong units. Like even if you've got like Timbersaw 2 stars or a Juggernaut 2 stars or something, if you put 3 humans as well, you're super weak automatically. Like I think humans is quite greedy with this. Bit playable, but greedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think
But you don't have to go anything. You could go whatever, right? Just be strong. You just go to 6, be strong. Like get a good comp, like on like round 10. I've seen people like hold off seeds until round 11, which is interesting. But if your APM is fast enough, you can roll like a madman, and on round 11, sorry, for round, people get seeds on round 12 sometimes, because they don't roll fast enough, or I don't know.
yeah, that's right.
I mean, and the
So
thing is, it's not like mangoes, right? Like mangoes, you've got 1 chance at each mango. Seeds have got 10 chances. So even if they miss half the time, you still got great economy. Like, even if you get bad seeds, it's still good. And most of the time, because there's so many chances for the seed to grow, you get, apart from Volt, it's the best economy relic. Like, it's got to be top of the top for me. And brainless. That's the best thing. With Volt, you've got to manage your HP. You've got to make some decisions. Seeds is like you roll for 1 round, and then you're chilling out for 10 rounds, and with a good relic.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dumpstered, I see you are typing in the chat about the march. I think Limit, we explained about that. We say why we are putting the march on S tier, because the meta builds also you are rerolling. Like we prefer to take march. It's not the highest relic on the game for sure. It's low S tier. But it's better than family if you are going for reroll. Like let's say TP Akirs. Again, I prefer to play TP Akirs with March, not with family on 10. And even if round 20, if I get again March and family, I would either go with March to get more items for my TP, because CP Akirs it's really need good items. It's already strong, but you should make sure you are the strongest one in the lobby to destroy the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
So for the seeds, I think we are putting the seeds on before the March.
March. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay, let's go for the second relic. The next relic, sorry, which is the Shrink Ray. Some people
Yeah.
is calling it Shrink, some people is calling it Laser. So what do you think, Dumpster? Tier
I think
DLZ.
it's not as good as family, because it's one, it doesn't give you any gold, right? Family gives you gold if you sell the druids. And sometimes with laser, like you want to get some 2-cost units. And if you get laser on level 4, you get the chance you with laser procs on 4. It's not good for 2 costs.
True.
So you have to go level 5, and even then the procs, it's like when it procs, it gives you like 35%, not 40% for 2 costs. So the benefit is you save 1 gold on your roll, but it doesn't always proc all the time. It's not it's a 50% proc, so it won't always proc.
I think the problem for the shrink, if you are not rolling for a lot of 1 cost units, like let's say you are rolling for faceless 2 cost, I prefer to play family, not shrink, because shrink it's giving you more 1 cost units while you are rolling with shrink.
Yeah. No, it's just like the reason shrink is good is just it saves you like 1 gold, like potentially 50% of the time. Like in the only case where it's better, it's when you have like you want to go like troll demon hunters.
That's right.
Yeah, I think even with elemental assassins, like these days, if you're not rolling for bounty hunter, family can even be better than shrink. Maybe I think Nightcall plays a lot of like sniper with elves, and he rolls for like anti-mage and Mirana, Wind Ranger. This is a quite good comp for shrink. You can play elemental assassins, but troll demon hunters, and even with the Venge nerf, TB being so meta, like even that's becoming harder to play. Like I think a month ago it would have been high A, maybe even low S. Since they nerfed it last like couple of months ago, since those comps are less meta, even though it's a good relic in theory, it's not played as much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think like shrink it's on S tier for sure. Like for me at least, I don't know about you, Dumpstered, Keel, or the chat. So what do you think for the shrink?
I
Which
think
tier?
it's below family, but possibly higher than mangoes.
Higher than mangoes.
Wow.
But that's
So
yeah.
I wouldn't put it higher than mangoes. I mean, mangoes can be unplayable in some lobbies, but in general, like anything that gives you gold, XP, shrink, you've kind of got to set up for it. Like you've got to have already bought some units for troll demon hunters,
Yeah.
or you've got to have something. Whereas mango, you can just do anything.
Yeah, but I think when you get laser, you get laser, you just go elemental assassins, you get like a top 4 easy. Or you go like troll demon hunters, you get like a decent placing. Whereas mangoes, it's like RNG fiesta, you know? And you're like there's so many variables, a lot more variables. Like the mango RNG, the lobby RNG. Like you have to level up too, you have to win, you have to be strong, you have to get a good like
Yeah, it's true. Like laser is definitely safer.
I
laser,
think
it's like more consistent.
yeah,
In my opinion.
the laser, like if you are getting the shrink ray on 10 and there is some mangoes after the wolf round on the creep round, you are not hitting all your units for sure, but you are hitting a good amount of units to be strong enough, and you might destroy the mango players. They will like someone in the mango, like let's say 2 players is playing mango on round 10. You can, if you go for them on their winning round, you can destroy them.
Yeah, exactly. Like with troll demon hunters, like example, if you go troll demon hunters with laser, it's like almost like once you get all your 3-star units, you almost guaranteed end the streak. Like you see it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes I'm not picking mango because I see 2 shrink players and 1 family discount, because it's gonna be hard for me after the wolf round to get mangoes, because they will be strong enough to destroy me while I wanna win some rounds with a mango.
yeah. But yeah, for night calls, what he said is it's with the thing is with lasers you can get contested, but even with family, but you can get contested because there's sometimes you want to go for assassins, and then Morph is contested with faceless. Or like another guy who has, when two guys have laser, it's easy to have like two troll demon hunters sometimes also.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes the thing with laser is you have to like kind of wait. You have to wait and see, or just like risk in the chat, like talk to in the lobby and ask like, what are you going for? So you both don't get fucked, you know. But yeah, so I would put it like above Mango, but it's not that much better than Mango, but I still put it above Mango.
We talked about the Mango already. The Mango, it's, if you are playing the Mango first, it's risky. Second, you need a good relic on round 20. Like imagine you are getting Mango on 10, and there is second chance elite on the relics pool, and you didn't get them on 20, and you just random. Imagine if you are random, if you are getting shrink, your game is done. It's shrink on 20. So that's why Mango, it's okay, it's good. That's why we are putting the Mango on A tier, but it's so risky. You are losing HP. You are waiting another relic. Alaikum salam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can agree.
We put it between Family and Mango.
I think family, for me, family is better than the shrink. And it's like, it's not better than the Mango, but if there is Mango players in the lobby, you can destroy them with a shrink. You can destroy their mangoes. So I would like, my opinion is putting shrink between family and mango tree. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. The next relic, it's Shroud.
Shroud, to me, it's kind of like Chiaroscuro a bit, or Second Chance. Actually, it's more closer to Second Chance because you can go, but it's like a worse version of Second Chance, right? Because with Shroud, now that they buffed it, like you can still get tangos from losing, so that's like good, but it's like a worse Second Chance.
I think like you can play the Shroud like how you are playing the Second Chance, the same situation, but I think it's better, like on round 10 it's better than the Second Chance, because you are saving your HP and you're getting a free tango if you are losing.
Right, but you still get tangos from Second Chance, and you still get tangos even if you lose, if you fight a real. It's just that you save HP.
Yeah,
right?
Save HP. But imagine if you are getting Shroud on 10, random Shroud on 10, and on round 20 you're getting Second Chance. What do you prefer?
Yeah,
Or
I
getting
still prefer
chance?
Second Chance, because
Saving-
sometimes you go mechs, right? You go mechs or humans. You want to win, right? So with mechs or humans, you can have the option of winning and get gold, right? Whereas with Shroud, if you lose, you skip your rounds. You don't have a chance to win, right?
Yeah,
so with
that's the
Second
point.
Chance, you can go for mechs as well, or
Yeah.
if you can go for 6 humans or something like that.
Yeah, if you're playing,
That's my take.
if you're playing Shroud, you actually have to actively lose. Like, otherwise you're not making the most of the relic. And if you're actively losing, you're not pressuring the lobby. There are other people who are going to be priesting. Maybe there are mango players, and you're not losing, and so you don't get a lose streak. Like, Shroud for me is like game losing. You can play it. Like, there are ways to play it, but if you get all those books and tangos and you don't get a second chance on 20, like, I don't know. For me, I just don't want to actively pick a relic where I have to lose. I will put it down in the D tier.
I think the chat, like, they are agree with me about Shroud is better than the Second Chance on 10, because like maybe Night Call is the same way with me. You are saving HP, easy tango, but why Second Chance is better if you are lucky and more dings with Second Chance when you are hitting 7 slots with the humans, for sure it's much better. But the situation, if you are getting Shroud on 10 and on round 20 while you're having 3 humans, 2 priests, let's say you're having 10 books, and you get Second Chance on 20, it's better than second chance on 10 and saving second chance to 20, not using it at around 20 because you are saving
the thing-
HP.
True,
Yeah, go ahead.
but also the thing is with second chance, it actually gives you like tempo economy, whereas Shroud only saves you HP. So you don't build anything towards anything. You're just saving HP. It's like kind of like Vlad's. You're just like, I mean, if Vlad's was like, if you have a win streak, you're not building much, right? Whereas with second chance, you can get extra books. You can get actually reroll mechs when you win the creep rounds, and you can actually like push for stuff, or you can push for a lose streak too. But I feel like it's just saving HP is from round 10 to 20. It's not really relevant. Like if you don't die, sometimes you can win games with like 10 HP, 10% HP, but you have to manage it. So if you're like very scared of losing HP, then oh yeah, like Shroud feels safe, but it doesn't give you any tempo. It doesn't further your comp, right? It just makes you not like it makes you be safer with going humans, right, or priests. But all the other players are going humans or priests anyways, so you don't have an edge over them that much. Like actually, you don't. You just save HP, and also when you lose a round, sometimes you want to win a round, so you don't actually get the gold from potentially winning a round. Also, so yeah, that's my take.
What do you think, Keel?
Yeah, I mean, Dumpster and I have similar play styles, and like we like to push the lobby, whereas you like to sit back and build your economy. So for you, Shroud is probably better, but for me, it feels like I'm just dying slower, like rather than winning the game. And on round 20 or 30, when everyone's like low HP, Shroud's great. When it's round 10 and you're like actively losing the game, you're actively not pressuring the lobby, you're trying to lose rounds, you might not lose rounds, so you can't get a lose streak. Like it just feels like game losing. Right? For me, it's I'd rather have IO. I think it's probably one of the worst.
IO?
Yeah.
I feel like Shroud is better than IO. Like a lot better.
So yeah,
Good enough to put in C tier for Shroud?
Either behind Kyoskuro or above Monopoly. But then again, yeah.
I think yeah. After thinking, I think you are right, Dumpstered and Keel, about the second chance comparing to Shroud. Not like my playstyle. I will go for for Shroud, but you are right about what you are talking about between the second chance and pushing and the Shroud. So I think it's low S or high D.
low S.
Sorry, low C. I was looking to chat to your message.
Yeah, put it. I would put it high D.
High D. What do you think, Kid?
Yeah, I mean, at least it's playable, right? Like, whereas with Monopoly, if you don't hit LD or like a million druids, like you've wasted everything and it's genuinely GG. At least with Shroud, you know you've collected some books and some tangos. Like, so I'd say it's better than, certainly less risky than Monopoly. But I'd probably be close to like GGing at that point if I get it.
Yeah,
So it's high D.
high D. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go for the next relic. The Great Vault. Just a second. Before we are going for the next relic, Mondi is saying he's talking about. Can you look to the chat, Dumpster? He played once. No economy relic. They are pushing lobby and late. No one can play against me. So he still prefer Shroud on C tier. So
Yeah.
okay, I will ask you one more time. Dumpster and Kill, you have the conversation right now. Explain for the people. I get your point. Actually, that's why I'm agree with you about putting like second chance. It's better than the shroud. Can you explain for the people the difference between them and explain that for them, Kill and Dumpster?
What is there to explain? What is he? I
Look
play
to
ones.
the chat.
They're not people pushing lobby in late. No one can. Yeah, but he's talking about late game, right? We're talking about round 10.
You are talking about round 10, yeah.
But by the way, Dumpster, top 10 player in the world, was
Top
We're not
six.
right
watching.
now.
Well,
But
like,
yeah, sure.
no one really. But watching his streams, the biggest thing I learned is every single round, pretty much, his goal is to have a better comp than the last round. So when you're playing in the lobby with DLZ is chilling with his priests, and he's building his economy, and he's collecting his tangos. But you're not under pressure. You're chilling out. If you're in a lobby with Dumpstered, every
True.
single round he's getting stronger, and if you're not catching up, even if you've got a good economy, you're losing HP to him. So when you're playing like Shroud, you're not improving your comp. You're waiting until round 20, hoping that you hit round uh like level 9, that you've got enough money to roll, and that you hit your units. Because if you hit level 9 with 40 gold on round 20 and roll and don't hit your Akirs or don't hit your Elder Titan or whatever it is that you're looking for, you're in trouble. So like that's why I don't like it. You're putting no pressure on the lobby. All you're doing is mitigating some HP loss, like losing slower.
Okay, I will tell you something, guys, about the HP. HP first is just a number. On the last tournament, I lost against Dumpster. He was 1
I was
HP.
1 HP. I was
1
1 HP.
HP. 1 HP, guys. He was going to get top 6 or top 7, I think. And from 1 HP, there was no shroud in the lobby. From 1 HP, he won the game against me. I get top 2. And yeah, I think the second chance it's way better than the shroud. Comparing, like, even Kira's Crew Elite is better than the shroud. Like, if the people is pushing the lobby while you are playing shroud, I still prefer the Kira's Crew over it for sure, because you can go for the streak if you are seeing people pushing the lobby. Just don't hit 0. Yeah, limit. Like we talk about the situation about second chance saving to 20. But again, guys, this is the tier list for relics round 10, not round 20. It's between round 10 and round 20. So let's go for the next relic, the Great Vault. What do you think, Dumpster, about the Great Vault?
Great Vault. I would put it. I would put it. I like it more than Family, but it's only I like it only more when I'm not pushing, right? Or if I was. So I would say it's like below Family, but above Laser. So yeah,
Okay.
because the thing is, a lot of times you have like 20 gold or 30 gold. You can't just go for for Vault, right? Or if exactly if you have no HP and the whole lobby's pushing, you're gonna get clapped. But again, it's HP is a resource, and like if you kind of know what you can go for, sometimes it's very lobby dependent. It's very lobby dependent. So you can if you have the gold for it's very great because you have lots of flexibility. You can look at the lobby and you decide even like round like 13, 14 what build to go that can counter right. So if a guy goes Mipo SF, you can go like Knights. Or
Yeah.
if a guy goes like I don't know like Akira's, you could go like 3 cost faceless. Well, you can it's hard. Yeah, like 3 cost faceless is decent. Just TB Akira's, but it depends. Like it's a toss up. But yeah, I would put it in between Family and laser. Just because family is so consistent. It's so consistent. But yeah, like some people go eco and safe, so it's like they always set themselves up for Great Vault. But sometimes like Great Vault you can't catch up back in time with your HP. So it depends. But it's still a great relic.
So what do you think,
So, yeah.
Keel?
I think Vault and Mango Second Chance are like the two biggest snowball relics, right? Like if the other day I got to rounds 10 with win streak, 2-star CK, and I pick Vault and I keep my streak until round 18, like stay on Vault on round 20 and the game's easy. Like I can just close my eyes. Other times you're playing from behind, you get Vault, you're on 4 slots, someone's got like 2 Nature's Prophets and keeps visiting you, and you're like 20 HP by round 17. Yeah, you're rich, but you can't play the late game. You haven't rolled already. Like it has the potential to be like the best relic in the game, but at the same time you're risking HP, you're risking failing creeps on round 15. Like DLC's done that a few times. I mean, I've done it, but I don't play Vault as much. I think it's because I'm not good enough at Vault to play it, but I also think it's higher risk than people realize. Like you have to sacrifice a lot of HP usually to make it work.
To be honest, for me, the vault, it depends on the type of the players. Like for you, Keel, also you Dumpstered, I don't think the vault it's S tier for you. But for me, I'm like I would like to put Great Vault as a top relic for the game. To be honest, when I'm seeing Great Vault on the lobby, I'm always greeding for it, because if you are greeding for the Great Vault, that's my opinion. You can go for whatever you want. You can go for late. You can go for a reroll comp. You can go for fastest 2 cost. You can go for Meepo SF. That's my opinion. By the way, before we are keep going for the Great Vault, Limit, you are saying about you see the top 1 China player, he picked Shroud over second chance. He get the Shroud, not second chance. You know, it's really situational. Like I still think second chance it's better than the Shroud, but it really depends on like the dings while you are getting tangos, humans. So that's it.
Yeah, it's just also like you can't just like, I don't know, just like if you bring up anecdotal stuff like that, it's like, yeah, you see the top guy like win with Shroud, but it's like it's because he's the top guy, not because of the
he's
Shroud.
not.
Right?
He's not me.
Right?
I mean,
It's yeah.
Seeds, for example, you can just. It doesn't matter if you've got 0 gold at rounds 10. You can play Seeds and be rich. Like with Vault, you have to manage your economy, you have to manage your HP. Yeah, you can snowball off it. Yeah, you can get a lot of money, but you are sacrificing other things. Again, you're not pushing the lobby, you're losing HP most of the time, and like you're dependent on other players. If people are pushing a lot and you're playing Vault, you can't get to the late game because you've waited until round 15 to get to level 6, and they've already got to level 7 and are sending Broodmother at you, and you're taking 20 HP each round. So I think it has the potential to be the best economic relic in the game, and like Marco loves it, DLZ loves it, and I agree. At the same time, I just don't think it's the best relic in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with Dumpstead basically, and he's better than me, so we should listen to him.
Yeah, Bicham, you are right. Tier list is hard because some of the relics are so situational. Also, it's not about just the relics, Bicham. It's also about the play style. Like for Dumpster style, as I mentioned before, or Kill style, they like to play. They like to push the lobby. For my style or Serbian Poacher style, they like to play for the echo. You know, for sure, Serbian Butcher, Dumpstered, both of them is better than me in that game, especially for you, Dumpstered. Like, I'm totally honest with this. You are top 6. I never hit top 20 for the game, so that's why we are. You are here with us for sure. You are a good man. You are a great player. So I still I'm still thinking about the Great Vault while you are talking, but it's really situational. Like, imagine if you are pushing the lobby and you get a Great Vault, what are you gonna do? Because like you lost your echo while you are pushing, you know. But it's still playable. Let's say you are having 36 gold when you are getting the Great Vault. It's bad. It's bad. But imagine if you have a Great Vault, IO Relic or Elite Recruiter. What you will pick?
Yeah, Vault almost.
Yeah, you see, that's why it's not for me. If just my opinion, I'm gonna put Elite top 1 Relic for the game, you know, because I'm always greeting for the Great Vault. It's sometimes it's bad. I'm gonna be honest with this, because if I'm grading for the Great Vault on round 10 and I'm not getting Great Vault, there was Mango on the game and second chance, and imagine I get Mango. I have no units already. I need to start roll and lose the echo I already saved. So 36 gold versus Cell Family on 10. Yeah, Kosik. By the way, this is the guys with egg from round 10, round 26 with a 3 out of 9. The LC. So again, for the Great Vault, I think it's not I'm not gonna mention just my playstyle. There is a lot of playstyles, but for my playstyle, it's S tier, top S tier for me at least. But for all the players, it might be high A or between Marsh and Seeds. I think Seeds, it's not better than the Vault, but you don't need to hit the 80 gold to get the top echo or the top income. So that's my opinion.
Okay, so let's say with Seeds. Okay, so just do the math. Okay, with Seeds, there's a 70% chance of growing, and usually you have 8 or 7 seeds, right?
True.
Right. So every round, so you have so you have if let's say if you have 7, you have 7 seeds, and there's a 70% chance. Right, 7 times point.
Yeah, it's 7.
So it's on average, like 5 gold. Right, 5 gold per turn if you save if you have 7 seeds versus 8. But the thing is, with seeds, you don't need the prerequisite of getting the vault, right? So the vault gives you at the first increment plus 4 gold. So even then, it's not better than the seeds at the first rounds, right? But then you have to wait, usually on average, 2 more rounds, so it goes up to 8. But to get to that point, you're also weak because you're not building your board towards anything.
True.
Whereas if you go with seeds, you build your board, and you can get very, very strong without any gold. You can have a very strong board with that. And then usually when you pop off all the seeds, you kind of have almost the same amount of gold as the Great Vault. Not always, but it's the Great Vault takes slower time to build up, whereas the seed goes straight off, right? On average, it's kind of the same outcome, but with the seeds you save a lot more HP, and you do a lot more damage. So you accelerate the lobby, you pressure the other players also, right? And also with the seeds, you win every round most of the time. So you get that 1 extra gold from winning as well. So that's why seeds is by far superior to vault in most cases, right?
Okay, I will have a question for you, Dumpster.
Yeah.
This is an example again. Let's say you are not having streak. You are before starting round 10. You are let's you're having 3 assassins with tiny morphling bounty, Slurk, and Tiny 2 stars. Like that, you are getting the round 10. And you
Mhm.
get a Seeds Great Vault. What do you prefer to pick? And what you will do with the both relics?
It depends. It depends on the lobby, but you could. 'Cause the thing is, if you have that comp already, you could actually go to 6 and go roll for 6 assassins, right? Or like 4 assassins with Tiny. Whereas if you have but the thing is, if you have 60 gold on round 11, since because sometimes with assassins you have like bounty hunter and you
Yeah.
stay at level 4, so you get like, so if you have like 60 gold or even like 50 gold, you can, like, you're really close to the 60 gold mark. You could sometimes take Vault, because Vault is very, very flexible. But that's like only if you have that prerequisite, whereas you need to have like some gold, some gold saved up.
Yeah, I think
But
if you look at
it's, yeah, go ahead.
if you look at it in a vacuum, like just looking at the gold, even if you don't have the perfect eco on round 10, Vault will give you more gold by round 20, pretty much always. Like, not necessarily by a lot, but the thing is with Seeds, you're going to push level 6, so you're pushing the lobby. You're hopefully, because you pushed, all those Vault enjoyers are going to be on lose streaks while you're on a win streak. You're going to end up not too far off on the gold, actually, and you don't risk round 15 creeps. You're seeing high level units quicker. Like, it's less flexible in if you want to go for a 3-cost reroll comp, because you're delaying your money until round 20. But I think you can't underestimate how much, like, when I'm playing in lobbies, in low level lobbies, I don't care about other people. If I'm in a lobby with Dumpstered especially, I'm checking his board every round because I know that he's put Broodmother in. He's put in 2-star Nature Prophet. Like, if you start to be too greedy, you're going to lose an extra 10 HP each round. You're out by round 20. Like, that's why Seeds is so much better. Like, even if you sacrifice 10 or 20 gold, which I don't think you do, like, you're saving so much more HP and you're doing more courier damage to other people.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the last thing for me about the Great Vault. If you are starting with lose streak, since you are already greeding for the Vault, it's better to take the Great Vault because you will hit more echo. But if you are starting with win streak, or not even with win streak, with a good start, like you are having, as I said, assassins, and then you are switching for the 6 assassins, I think the seeds is better. So it really depends about what your start. Like, even if you are, sometimes you are starting with lose streak with a priest, and on round 10 you are pushing for 5 slots because your unit is not winning the creep round, so you want to make sure you are winning the creep round. So
Mm-hmm.
for sure seeds, it's much better. A
Mm-hmm.
Great Vault requires seeds as, yeah, Picham. By the way, limit, if you are like, I'm not talking about just the high rank lobbies or the low rank lobbies. Back to back Great Vault, you need to be so lucky with back to back Great Vault, and even if you get so lucky with that, you might lose so much HP in one round. Like from round 20 to round 25, some
Yeah.
people will go for Akirs and they are destroying the lobby. They are pushing the lobby so hard. So if you are getting a Great Vault on 20, after a Great Vault on 10, you should be so lucky to get not getting that much damage. You will get damage, but not that much. So it's not good idea.
Yeah, it can be good if you're really steamroll. If you're like, if by round 20 you've like solidified, for example, if by round 20 you have like a tier 3 Legion commander with faceless, then yeah, you're good, right? Or if you can, or if you're close to it, you can maybe like take a few hits from round like 20 to like 22, 23, and then stabilize with Vault. But then at the same time, from Vault from 20 to 30, usually sometimes you get the Vault benefits from like round 20 to like 26, 27,
I think
and then
maximum
you just
25.
go all in.
Yeah,
What?
I think it's
Then
max.
you just
If,
go all in.
yeah, you all want,
Yeah.
you are going for Ellen. That's right. Kostek is saying we need two tier lists. One where Arc, Jakiro, Primal, and the pool. Another one there is only some Lish like Zeus and Random Tide. I think we will work for that soon with Dumpstered also. So what do you think now, Dumpstered and Keel, about the Great Vault? Which tier?
I would put it between family and laser because it's more consistent. It's just because family is more consistent. But you could make an argument to put it before family, but I most of the time I would put it in between.
Okay, what about you, Keel?
Yeah, Vault doesn't really match my playstyle. I think it's a really good eco relic. I don't like taking family on 10 usually, but I think family is more consistent than Vault on 10. And like I just don't like sacrificing so much HP for so much gold, basically. If there's no other eco relics in, if there's no seeds, if there's no mango, like Vault is obviously S tier because of how much advantage you can get. But I think between family and laser is fair.
I think, as we mentioned, for it's situational for the Great Vault, and I don't like family on 10 for, like, if I'm getting family for the 3 cost units, I still prefer like the March for over the family, and I still prefer the Great Vault if I'm gonna go for a reroll comp, let's say for TP Akirs, over the family discount, because you'll have good echo, even if you start with even if you are starting with let's say with 54 gold, with a Great Vault, I'm saying here. So I still prefer the family. It's better than the family. Sorry, I still prefer the Great Vault. It's better than the family discount, because like let's imagine if you're getting the Great Vault on 10 and round 20 while you're holding let's say 74 gold, and you get family discount in 2 rounds, 3 rounds, at least you'll hit like a good amount of your units as 3 stars.
Sure.
So that's my opinion. I'm saying my opinion, you know.
Yeah, I totally get that. So we're just debating on the positioning on the tier list, right? At this point, because I think we've covered.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have money on round 10. I'd rather have Vault than family discounts. But at the same time, when you're playing the high level lobbies and everyone's good, you can't just chill out. You've got to be like, all right, I could take Vault, but look, everyone's pushing. Everyone's got Mango. Everyone's got March. So if I take Vault, I'm going to be out round 22. Like you've got to be so careful. That's why I think family is more consistent, because you can just say, all right, maybe I can't win the lobby, but at least I can get a top 4 if I go for Faceless 2 cost or go for some elves or something using family. So that's why I think it's better, but I don't think it's necessarily going to win you as many lobbies as Vault.
I don't think I wouldn't put it S tier. I wouldn't put it over March for sure.
March is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we can put it there now, and then the other 4 relics I think are reasonably easy to discuss, but we can put it between family and shrink, and then move it if there's any big implications.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, Kill. If you have Great Vault and family discount on 10, and you are going for TP Akirs, what do you prefer to get?
Depends on where you are right now.
Vault usually, but
yeah, Vault too.
So that's my opinion. That's why Great Vault is better than the family discount on 10.
Yeah, but you're talking about TP Akirs.
Yeah, if I were going for 2 cost or Elemental Assassins, you're not going to go for Elemental Assassins with Vault. You're going to go for family.
So, like, this is a situation for Great Vault is better than the family, and there is a situation for family is better than the Great Vault. So I don't think it's between the family and shrink. I will put it at the same level with family. In these situations.
Well, you're the boss. You love Vault. Vault for you would actually, I think, be higher.
No, it's not about loving the relic.
Like top A.
What do you think, Dumpster? I think Great Vault is the same level with family discount.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I
It's
think
very
like,
close.
yeah.
I
Don't forget, we are not talking about we are not just talking about the high rank lobbies. We are talking there's players just chilling on the normal lobbies. So we are mentioning the high rank lobbies. We are mentioning the low rank lobbies for all of that. So what do you think?
Yeah, okay. This is fine with me.
Yeah, you
Like,
could
I
you could
get,
put it in front of family, but I wouldn't put it. I could you could see putting it A before family, but
You still
I
you
think you'll
still
win more lobbies with Vault, but I think you'll also lose more lobbies with Vault. Like,
it's
you've got,
situational.
yeah, it's more it's riskier than family discount. With family discount rolling for 2 cost units,
yeah.
as long as you ban well, you're gonna hit your 3-star units, like 4 out of 5 of them by round 20.
Okay, then we are putting the Great Vault between the family discount and the Shrink Ray.
Yeah, that's fair.
But don't let Marco know that, because otherwise
he will
you'll
he will
lose.
come with us. I'm still thinking about a Great Vault. It's better than the family discount, but it's really situational.
Hmm.
Okay. By the way, again, I'm keep mentioning that because some people is coming and asking. This is a relics for round 10, a tier list for round 10, guys, and it's not just for the high ranks. It's for almost all the ranks. That's why we are putting the Great Vault, family discount, and even the Mango, to be honest, on A tier. Like, if you are putting in just the low rank lobbies, I will always go for Great Vault. You know, like the late game comes on the low ranks lobbies, it's easy one. But on the high ranks, as
Yeah,
Dumpster saying, like if you are playing against Dumpster and the Queen lobby, he like to push the lobby, and you will get you lose so much HP if you are pressing. So I think this is this is very fair enough.
yeah. I think that's the thing. Like, for example, I was playing lobby with Dumpster the other day, and like I've got Sin Reaper. I'm looking at his board every round to see where he's positioning his units and swapping. And this is between round 10 and 20. He's swapping his units as well. Like, when you play in the high level lobbies against like good players, you can't just chill with Volt, because if they see like Nightcall as well, Nightcall, if he sees like 5 Volt enjoyers, he's gonna buy every druid, every brood mother. He's gonna put 2 meepos on the board. Like, he's gonna send as much courier damage at you as he possibly can to punish your greed. Like, I think Vault is a better relic in low level lobbies where people are just collecting 6 warriors or 6 assassins, and yeah, they destroy your board, but you take no courier damage. But when people know how to punish that greed, yeah, I don't like playing against Dumpster, by the way. I avoid all his lobbies. Like, he's too hard. He kind of
It's
like
hard to
pushes
play. Yeah.
he's too hard. So if you like Vault in a vacuum is much better. But if people start punishing you for it, like it's a real feels bad, man.
Caustic, by the way, I mentioned before this relics, this tier list relic, uh, it depends on the meta. So I think every big batch we're gonna have this tier list, and we will share it on Dumpster stream for sure. By the way, guys, Dumpster is start streaming since 1 month ago. I think he's streaming auto chess. He's really great player, top 6 before 2 seasons, and this season I believe he can be in top 5 actually. I told him it might be top 2 if he push himself for that. He can do that. His play style, I don't like his play style, I'm honest with this, but it's really good because my play style is greedy, his play style it's push.
Yeah,
So
and I used to be very greedy as well.
that's when you was not top 20.
It depends.
Vault, you have to lose 1 to 10 rounds, no chance for early humans or strong 3-4 cost heroes, you lose streak. You can win with Vault only if you get start for it. But if you have middle games, you still can play others SAT relics.
Yeah, I think Lorenz is right. That's why I don't think you can put Vault with S tier. Like with Seeds and March, doesn't really matter what units you have on the board at round 10. Like you can do whatever you want. You can roll on round 14 or 15 for March. Seeds, you can just keep your priests if you really want to. Like they're so flexible. Whereas with Vault, you are sacrificing HP most of the time and sacrificing pressure on the lobby.
Yeah, and honestly, like right now, like if you just talk about playstyles, I used to play the greedy playstyle. I don't know if DLZ you've ever tried the push playstyle, but I've tried the greedy and I tried the push playstyle. So I kind of like see both. So it's like I'm trying to, even though I have like a bias towards like being more aggro and all that, I still understand the greedy or playstyle, and from that I still think that like Vault can sometimes be below. You can make an argument for Vault being below Laser, but it's close.
Okay, I think.
Have you ever played aggro like push?
Yeah.
Like without like any like just like naturally.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not that. Like I'm not pushing early, because I like to play. I prefer. It's not about like. I like to play the late game builds. Like imagine if there is Turans, Shamans in the pool. That's why if you are pushing, you're losing economy. It's hard to rebuild the economy again.
Yeah, but also the okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. But the thing is, like even you see me sometimes I pre-level on 4. Like when I'm 4 out of 8, there's 4 out of 8 or 3 out of 8 XP. I pre-level to 7 out of 8 just so I can get a free roll on 5. And sometimes you get, if you're the first one to get a free roll on 5, you can get a very easy 4 cost unit. Sometimes, not always, but
it's super.
So you can get some like easy humans or like easy like broodmother, right? And you don't have, because no one's from round 1 to 10, no one's rolling, like ever. Like no one's spending 2 gold to roll, right?
True.
So if you push early, you can get like a free roll. You can like some free rolls where you have a higher chance to get like a 4 cost or even like a relevant 3 cost, like Legion Commander or SF. So so that's right. Why like it is not always, because and also like if you've seen me play, like I'm not saying like it's my play style is the only way. I level up, I do push, but I also sell a lot of stuff. Like I'm pushing, but I'm also selling for economy, like here and there too, right? Because I have the win streak, and I also have the extra economy from winning rounds, like right. So I win 1 gold extra gold. Whereas when you lose, you don't get the gold. So when I level, and it helps me win a round instead of having it cost 4 gold to level. It cost me like 3 gold because I won the round thanks to leveling. And I have an extra slot, and I save HP, and I can potentially pressure the lobby. That's my reasoning behind it. I'm not saying it's always correct to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes even I would even delay my level. So I would push, and then I would be 4 out of 8, and then I could level to 5, level 5. But then I would lose my 10 gold. So sometimes I would even keep the 10 gold. And then wait 1 round and see if I win. And sometimes I would level like at weird intervals as well sometimes. But that's just like off topic. Okay. So that's why like that's why I came to the conclusion of like why pushing can be very strong, because you get a higher.
You're putting pressure also pool on the other.
Excuse me?
I think you are also putting, as you mentioned before, you are putting a pressure on the other players on the lobby. Like someone is grading for Vault. Yeah, you're punishing them. By the way, as Nerf is saying, By pushing, you mean roll before round 10? For sure, no. By pushing, we mean like you are opening slots. Like if you have a 3 mix start and you win 3 rounds. If you wanna push the lobby, you can use them and level up for 5 when you can, for sure. And start punishing the lobby with the damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Okay.
and you and when I mean pushing, you don't always like. I mean, sometimes even pushing when you don't even have a win streak. You
Yeah.
just push. Because sometimes there's like a dead round when you're at like you're at there's sometimes when you go from 10 to 20 gold for the income. Sometimes there's a dead round where you have like 10 gold. Next round you have like 14 gold or 15 gold. Sometimes it's correct to level up here just to get put in the extra unit and like get the extra HP and possibly win the extra gold. Win the gold that you wouldn't have normally won if you didn't push there. So it really depends on the lobby also.
Okay.
But
Let's
yeah.
go for the next relic. It's the Vlad's relic.
Vlad is like it's like between Shroud and Monopoly or behind Monopoly.
I think it's bad relic. Until you all agree about this, I think it's between Shroud and Monopoly. Like maybe I think it's really hard decision for this. It's I prefer
unplayable.
it's
It's
unplayable.
unplayable.
I prefer to put
Like-
it after the Monopoly at least. Like Monopoly, it's better than the Vlads on 10. Maybe you are getting some money. It's not about maybe you will get some money from the Monopoly on round 10. If you wanna play it for sure, like randoming Monopoly. For druids, you can go for TP Akirs, but Vlads, no way.
By the way, I was in a lobby with Nightcall today. He got Vlad's on 10. Like he pushed the lobby. Like he played druids with Marcy carry. He was doing so much damage. Like he got like loads of tangos. Round 22, I visit him with Arcakeers. All those tangos wiped out. Like his whole relic is wasted. I mean, he did his best. He did what like he could, but it's just so bad. Like it's unplayable. Absolutely unplayable. I think Vlad's.
So it's better than the IO relic for sure, but I think Monopoly it's better than better than the Vlads. Like it's between Monopoly and IO. What do you think,
Yeah,
Dumpstered?
put Vlad's in between Monopoly and IO.
Okay, the next relic, which is Erdemap relic, it's the green skin relic, which I don't like.
I would put it. I would put it like in between Monopoly and Shroud.
Between Monopoly and Shroud. What do you think, Keel?
I mean, so by the way, I had like I got Blightstone drop from the round 10 creeps, so I was 1 away from Book of the Dead on round 10. So I said, okay, I'll take Greenskin and get it from the Wolves. Wolves didn't drop a box, completely wasted relic. Like it, I think. I mean, it just adds nothing to your game. Even like you have to wait for round 15 to see any benefits. Even then, there's probably not a benefit. I'd rather have Vlads, I think, over Greenskin. At least you get some tangos. Like there's a marginal chance that you get an item that you might need. For example, you see, okay, people are going late. Maybe I can use this Greenskin to build a trident, or but you're not seeing any benefit for 5 rounds.
You
And then when
could go TB Akirs from it. Go for Shaco.
Yeah, that's a good idea,
I mean, you
actually.
can make something out of it. Like with Vlads or Shroud, you can find a way to play it, but I'm still think you're looking at a top 6 maximum with this kind of relic on round 10.
If you get like something close to repair tools, you can lean onto it. If you have no other like trash like relics, but
Where are you
it's
going to
very
get
much
gold to buy Pango if you've got this relic?
I think
No, you don't go Pango, you go like Viper 3, Omni 3, like N3, I don't know.
I think they need to fix this green skin. Do you remember when there was a weaponsmith relic? The
Yeah, that
dumpster?
was yeah.
Yeah, it was bad also. Like the green skin, to be honest, it's just good on round 10. You're getting good items, but no units. So I think they should combine the green skin with a weaponsmith and one relic.
But it's so strong late game though. It's so strong.
Yeah, it's late game, man. But on early, I don't know. Maybe, but they need to fix it. It's bad. Okay, it's better than the Vlads and IO, but I don't know. Well, it's on D tier, but where is the positioning for the green skin?
I'd
What do
rather
you
have
think?
Vlad's green skin.
What do
I
you
would
think?
have green skin over Vlad's and Monopoly personally.
Yeah, to be honest, for me, I would rather also go for like I can. I think we should put it between Shroud and Monopoly.
Yeah, it's fine with me. Either way, like it's just such a feels bad.
It's still on D tier.
By the way, I just started a game, so I'm like playing while talking. But we're almost done.
Yeah, we are almost done. Okay, the next relic. It's the Malfic relic. What do you think, Keel?
I love this relic. Like
Your favorite relic?
I definitely put it A tier. Like if the
Yeah,
thing
okay.
is, you have to be ahead to play it, right? If you started priesting and you hit round 10 with like 70 HP and you get this relic, there's no way you're getting relic. You run to level 9, or it's going to be hard with like no HP. But if you've pushed the lobby, you've got, even if you've got a streak, you're going to have 6 slots. You're going to have like a chance to find 3 humans, 2 priests. And you know you're going to hit level 9, even if you don't find humans, even if you don't roll for humans, you've got a good chance of hitting level 9 on round 20. The problem is, if other people are playing this relic, if there are mango enjoyers, vault enjoyers, you're not going to take any damage, and you've wasted the relic. So it's risky, but it has potential to like really snowball you once you hit round 20.
Yeah, I would put it highest in B.
Highest MP. What do you think, Keel?
Because it's
Yeah, go ahead.
because now people too many, like it was good last 2 seasons because nobody played it, so like you were the only one like playing it, and you like people would hit you, and you would
Yeah.
just go like 6 orcs or something. But now a lot of people play it when it's it's like everyone like fucks themselves over. It's like you're contesting for the relic because if other people have it, it's bad for you.
So you
Whereas
pre-
if other people have vault, it's good for you, right? Because you can abuse vault as well.
True. So
Yeah, I like it. I think Dumpster's right. I wouldn't put it. It could be A tier, like it has the potential to be A tier. At the same time, like it can be really, really hard. So I'd probably put it somewhere in B tier. Maybe better than Sin Reaper. I don't know. My main problem is you're not pressuring the lobby. Like I want to pressure the lobby as much as I can, and Sin Reaper allows you to do that. Whereas this relic puts you automatically. You have to play a late game comp. Like you can't play a mid game comp with this relic.
I've seen people play Meepo SF with it. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Okay, just a second. Thank you so much, Crazy Panda, for the raid, and welcome everyone. We are doing a Relic Tierlist for round 10. So thanks for the raid again, Crazy Panda. Walaikum salam, brother, and welcome everyone. Expert Panda is here. Yeah, people still wanna fight about the second chance and Shroud. Let's ask Crazy Panda about that. What do you prefer, the second chance or Shroud? So while Crazy Panda is answering this, so you prefer to put the relic on on B tier or on A tier? Okay, but before you are answering Dumpstered, Crazy Panda is having the same answer like you, Dumpstered. He's saying second chance it's better than the Shroud. And that's what we was explaining. Why second chance it's better than the Shroud.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
With Shroud, it only saves you HP, whereas with Second Chance, you can actually improve your comp with more economy, more levels, and you can potentially win fights, and you can also play with mechs, right? So you can reroll with mechs during
True.
creep rounds.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I remember I played
Yeah.
a game. I played a Faceless 2 Coast game. It's on my YouTube. I played a Faceless 2 Coast with Second Chance on 10. I picked the Second Chance on 10 because I was having good mix start.
mm,
You know.
Yeah.
So again, let's back to the Relic. So it's on B or on A? What do you think?
I'd say B, highest in
Yeah,
B.
high B as well. I think the only issue with for me is like it means you have to play the late game. Like, so if you don't like the legendaries or your legendary unit doesn't come when you start rolling on round 20, then you've kind of like sacrificed all your HP for nothing. At the same time, obviously, if you do hit that legendary unit, it's a super good relic, but it's unreliable. Like, I love it. Like, it's one of my favorite relics, but I don't think it's super reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Okay.
above key, I think top B tier. Like, I'd rather play it over key most of the time.
But by the way, Ardemapi, I was saying for me, I prefer the Shroud, but after we talk after thinking about that and from the experience from the Dumpstered, I'm agree with him about the Second Chance, and also Crazy Band is saying the same thing about the Second Chance and Shroud. So Second Chance, it's better than the Shroud if you are saving it for round
If you
20.
take second chance on 10, it's rubbish. But if you
Yeah,
hold the
you are
box
saving
open
it.
and wait until level 20, like round 20, then second chance is much better than Shroud. Like, that's the only playable way. If you random second chance on round 10, like, it's GG, because you get some books and some tangos, but if you hold it until level 20, then you can still use those tangos and books up until round 25. Like, that's when it's good, not if you actually get it on 10.
Yeah. Okay, the last relic, which is the Rambling relic. Remember, the Rambling on 10, not on 20 or 30, guys. Remember that. Rambling on 10, which I don't like, to be honest. So,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
start.
it's like a
I'm
kind
gonna
of like
start. Yeah,
egg
I'm
or
gonna
something.
start. I'm gonna start with you, Kiel. What do you think about the Rambling on 10?
Yeah, I think it's worse than egg. Like, let's say you get rambling and you want to make Hotel into a dragon, right? Great, you got the race card and you can do it, but how are you going to get to 9 slots or 10 slots with humans and books? Like, you've got no economy. Or you want to make LC into an assassin or a troll or something. Great, but you just don't want it on round 10 because you can never build a comp around it. Like, the way I saw Dumpstered using it, and I think the only way you can use it is if you make somebody into an orc, or if you make maybe someone into a priest, and kind of like try to snowball off it, or I don't know. I think it's almost unplayable on round 10. It's kind of like a meme.
The thing, Kosik, on 10 with Rambling, like if you wanna go a reroll, it's bad with Rambling. I don't believe it's good. Like you can get if you get lucky, if you get a good game with Rambling on 10, you can get top 4, but it's really hard to win with it. So I prefer to put it like it's high C or low B. What do you think, Dumpster?
High C or low B? I would definitely not put it in the same category as egg. So probably high C.
What do you think, Keel?
Yeah, I'd rather have second chance marginally over. Yeah, no, I'd definitely rather have second chance. Like, I'd even put rambling into in high pressure lobbies. I'd put it into D tier. Like, it's almost a WTF for me. Like, I can't think of a really good early game comp that, or maybe if you play it as an orc, to play 4 orcs. That's the only way I can think of playing it early. I'd definitely rather have second chance, but between second chance and elite, like, it's on that level.
I've seen people play 6 trolls with it, like 6 trolls with like Legion Commander And actually, it was pretty decent.
Right,
If you
but
get like
you can do
the
that on
race thing.
20 or round 30, right? Like, it's you're not gonna have the economy to build those trolls if you get the rambling on 10.
Yeah, well, you get like Bat Rider, thingamajig. Well, like all the trolls, all the 5 trolls, right? And then you get Legion Commander in.
Yeah,
So you have
but
6 trolls on 6. But that's like
yeah, you need to be like without reroll relic on 10 and you're playing rambling, making let's say 6 rolls. It will be hard. You need to ban. You don't have a reroll relic. But I don't think it's like it's for me. I would rather to pick second chance over the rambling. Like even elite, I will pick it. Like I think rambling it's between Chaos Crew and the elite recruiter for me on round 10. Remember, just on round 10, you can make a 4 cost unit. It's for 12 wells. I would say it's better than Kill thing. Maybe like for me, Beecham, I prefer I prefer the elite recruiter second chance over rambling on 10. So what do you think, guys?
I think,
Dumpstered,
I mean,
kill.
this relic, if it's on round 20 or round 30, goes up to like S tier a lot of the time. Like, this is one of the best potentially like game-changing relics, especially round 30. You make Monkey King or Troll Warlord into a Warlock or something like this. Like, it's has the potential to be one of the best relics in the game. Or on round 20, you make your Slark into a Wizard or an Elemental or something. But if you get around 10, like you're screwed. Like you got nothing.
True.
It's almost playing without a relic for 10 rounds.
So
Mhm.
it's. I think we are agree about it's C tier, but where you prefer to put it? Like it's better than the second chance, better than elite, better than Chaos Crew. What do you think, Dumpstered?
I think it's like actually it could be between elite and second chance.
Between elite and second chance.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
The same. What about you, Keel?
Yeah, I completely agree. That's where I'd put it. I'd pick second chance most of the time over it. Like at least second chance can get me to late game. It can have some utility. Whereas this, like there are some use cases, but your economy is going to be terrible.
Okay, I'm agree about it. See, like for me, it's between Chaos Crew and elite, but yeah, sometimes it's better than the elite. It really depends. But let's go for it and put it on between second chance and elite recruiter. I think that's good. So for the S tier, we have the Magic Seeds and Double Creeps, March of the Beast. For the A tier, we are having Family Discount, Great Vault, Shrink Ray, and Mango Tree. For the B tier, we're having the Malfic, the Key, Sin Reaper, and Egg. C tier, Second Chance, Rambling, Elite Recruiter, Chaos Crew. And the last tier, it's D tier, it's Shroud, Apex, Monopoly, Vlads, and Io.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's it. For monks with random shit if you don't have money. Yeah, I think the making Enigma as a fourth monk, it's one of the best strategy on the game. But don't forget, Kotsik, we are talking about round 10 relic. Shroud with streak relic, please.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
would you guys pick Rambling over Egg on round 10 or Sin Reaper? I wouldn't personally. Like,
no, if I get like, let's say if I get Sun Reaper, Egg, or Rambling on 10, I think I will go for Sun Reaper. Or maybe Egg, not Rambling. Rambling is not playable on 10.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like this is only round 10, guys. Like, if you get IO on round 30, it's game winning, right? Like, you've got a two primal sitting on your bench in 5 dragons, like, and you pick up the IO relic or whatever it is. IO is like game winning around 30. Rambling, game winning at round 30. Egg, round 30 can be game winning. But on round 10, these you don't have the economies to sustain these or the units.
Yeah, I think this this is the best tier list for this patch, this meta, for the tiers from S, A, B, C, and D. And as we mentioned before, as Keel mentioned before, uh, the the tiers, the S tier, it's take over everything else. A, it's very happy to see. B, it's playable but hard game. C, top 4 is good result. D, it's minus gold. By the way, Kosek, I watched the Luna monk, the Luna with 4 monks, not even with 2 monks. It's really good. I'm always like I'm a big fan of the Luna, by the way, not just on the chess.
Yeah, I almost lost the lobby today to 6 trolls with Luna carry. I
Yeah.
had like 6 beasts with Spectre Refresher. She just cleared everything. Like, I think Luna's really good and she can be played. I just would rather have Shrink or Family on round 10 and then pick up the Rambling at round 20 when she's actually built.
True. If Marsh Relic gave 2 relics like before, would you put it top of S tier? To be honest, no. This is the best situation for the Marsh, because even if you are getting 2 relic boxes, if you are not playing a reroll comp or getting humans, it's still the seeds. It's really on this patch, the seeds. It's the best.
I might disagree with that. I think the March would be better.
Double relic box, maybe.
The
like,
double relic was just so stupid before. Like,
it's so strong, to be honest.
yeah, on round 20 you pick up egg and you put a unit in there. Then you open the egg and you pick up double creeps and you get like 2 more relics on round. Like, it was broken. Like, I think on when you got 2 relics, like too good, far too good.
Mhm.
Okay, I think we are done here with the tier list for this patch, and we will have more tier lists with Dumpstered, Keel for sure, for the next patches, and we will have, as Kosek mentioned before, for the legendary pool, what you should go, which is a good idea actually. So really special
What a-
thanks for go ahead.
What about
Dumpstered.
some build list, like some build like faceless versus Tibia Gears? Did you mention that? Sorry, I was not listening.
I
Yeah,
mentioned
we can do it. Definitely.
we can do it. Yeah, we can do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be nice.
Priests would be top of the list for
Send it to
yeah, I think
Puchka, please.
S tier would be Dazzle and Oracle.
Okay, really thank you so much, Dumpstered, for being here, and
Thanks for having me.
no, for sure, man, you are a great person. And please, guys, everyone, go and follow Dumpstered on Twitch. He's streaming auto chess. He's a really great player, top 6 before 2 seasons, and this season he will aim for top 2.
But no, I did not say that.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, he
but
believes
you
in
can.
me.
Yeah,
He believes in me.
Man, I was believing in you in the last tournament to get top 1 or top 2, and
Yeah.
you disqualified. So, again, thank you so much, Keel. Thank you so much, Dumpstered. Good luck in your games, and GG.
Yeah, GG. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way.
Okay, I think we should go to lose some ranks since I'm having bad days. I need to lose more. Road to palm for me. So GG. See you soon,
Yeah.
Dumpstered, and if you want to play and Bishop Lopez, because I'm still losing yesterday as as I was having really weird games, bro. Weird games. So that's it. GG, guys.
Yeah,
Let's do
GG.
this together.
Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Take care. See ya.